Right here on 1420 WEMB Sports Radio.
The pitch, socked to the gap in right center field. That's going to get out. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Watch Riley run. He's around second. He's waved around third. He's coming to the plate, and he will score. Braves win. Ozzie Albies whacks one into the right center field gap, and they are mobbing Ozzie. Riley right in the middle of it. As the Braves walk off the Pirates in the 11th inning. A hit batsman, and Albies splits a gap, and the Braves win their 6th game in a row. They've won 9 of their last 11 and now 21 of their last 30 games.
The Atlanta Braves are in first place in the National League East. Now, I've talked to Josh Brown of Knockoma Nation. He'll be on tomorrow at 1:30, as he always is, about this. We kind of think the Braves are the team to beat for the second straight year in the NL East. It was a surprise maybe last year, although I did think you could see some things coming on at the end of 17. Braves that year did make a big mistake, I think. Certainly signing Bartolo Colon, but possibly R.A. Dickey, although Dickey was a 10-game winner and finished 500 on a losing team, you had 2 soft tossers. I think you'd been better off in hindsight now with Dickey, but all right. Spent $20 million odd on those 2 players, and yeah. Trying to get some veteran presence for the new ballpark coming up. By the way, there's no more SunTrust Bank. It's now merged in because Truist, and so there's some question on what the ballpark will be named in the future. Tomorrow, my commentary, and you'll read it on Medium as well as hear it here at noon tomorrow on 1420 WEMB Sports Radio, the most followed sports radio station on Facebook in the market. You will be able to, hear what I have to say about that, because there's some naming rights here locally that need to be changed. You know, I always call the ETSU football stadium. I don't care how many pieces of silver they got to sell it out, the stadium that should be named after John Robert Bell. Similarly, the baseball park is the stadium that should be named after Jim Mooney. Hey, UT names it after Bob Nealon. I think it should be Peyton Manning, but they're, legendary coach. Lindsey Nelson has his name on the baseball park. Why can't we do that here in Johnson City? I know, coin and all that. You know who I think will eventually make a lot of coin in baseball? It's this Austin Riley. Braves may not have lost a game since they signed Dallas Keuchel, but remember this. He hasn't pitched yet. He's only thrown the ball for Gwinnett. He's done it well, but he'll get one more start and then be back in the rotation in the majors. But still, the guy who's really turned it around for Atlanta got to be Austin Riley. Now, remember I told you yesterday that, watch out for Mitch Keller of the Pirates. Having a very good year, the former Bristol Pirate, who didn't look very good when he was in Bristol, but he's looked really good now that he's in AAA. More than 70 strikeouts and 58 minor league innings. But he's struggled in 2 big league starts. Because things like this happen to him. He's got to face hot rookie hitters like Austin Riley.
Riley swung on and crushed high in the air to right field. Will this one get out of here? Back to the wall, Cabrera off the bricks. Rounding third, heading for the plate is Freeman. Hot on his tail is Nick Markakis. They both score. And going into third, standing with an RBI triple, is Austin Riley. 3-0 Braves.
We had Greg Brown, the Pirates announcer, on yesterday, talking a little bit. He's an old friend of mine. And he likes to announce triples as triples. It's kind of his triple call, okay? Some people have home run calls, it's his cannonball coming. It's Pittsburgh Pirates, you get it. They win the game, raise the Jolly Roger. I did the Johnson City Cardinals. I didn't have a victory call. I did have a home run call. It was That Dog'll Hunt game, which I believe I stole from somebody, but I'm not sure who. I was told that back when. Number 2, but That Dog'll Hunt is sort of universal anyway. I never had a victory call until I announced games for the now defunct Alexandria Aces in Louisiana. My victory call there was Read 'em and Weep, Aces High. You know, whenever you can mix together Bruce Dickinson and Lemmy Kilmister, do it. Anyway, somebody's going to get that. Anyway. But no, the Braves, you know, they had a 6-2 lead, and then the Pirates came back in the middle innings, actually took the lead in the 9th, and then, oh yeah, there was that guy Riley again. Here I come to save the day.
Pitch on the way. Swung on and a towering fly ball. Deep center field. Marte at the wall. We are tied. Austin Riley to straightaway center. And it's a 7-7 game in the bottom of the 9th.
Nobody has a bullpen anymore. They're only going 5 innings, you know, with starters, so they, you know, have to throw mediocre relief pitchers out there. And if they try to ask their starters, they've never been developed. They're only throwing 75 pitches max in the Appalachian League, 7 innings or so if they're lucky. And if they're really lucky, you get player of the week if you go 7 innings in an Appalachian League game. Pitcher of the week, I guess. And so, I mean, we get this where we have really bad bullpens. Although you got to give a credit to Riley. Come on. Even though the pitch is in the wheelhouse, he's got to swing on it and hit it over the fence. So, I mean, let's not be totally cynical here. But yeah, Bucks and Braves are now in the first inning in Atlanta right now. It's the getaway day. And so the Pirates did not score in the top of the first inning. Braves are coming to bat. They're looking for their 7th straight victory, 2nd straight series sweep, only this one would be against the Pirates at home instead of the lowly Marlins. Pirates, maybe not that good anyway. Buccos came into last night's game only a game up out of last place. And if you'll work with me in the world's slowest computer here as I go and see where their standings were, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't check and see if the Reds won or lost last night. I want to say they won. They beat the Indians. That's right. No, they did. So the Pirates are now in last place in the Central. Forgive me there by half game. So they'll be tied for 4th, I guess. Reds play today if they win, at least temporarily. Pirates, though, their winning percentage not great at .448, but that's still more. That's about 100 points higher than what the Marlins are. And basically, I mean, here's a team that came in 30-34, and just a couple of weeks ago were right there in a wild card hunt. In fact, they were tied with the Braves. Josh Bell's having an MVP season. No more. Braves have won 6 in a row. Bucks have lost 6 in a row. And so now the Braves, thanks to a Diamondbacks victory against the Filthy Phils, they lead the Red Quakers by a game in the standings. There you go. And like I said, Josh Brown will be with me tomorrow at 1:30. He and I talk about this a lot. I mean, we really think Braves, good young team, getting Keuchel. You know, they're adding players. The Phillies are losing Andrew McCutchen. Say what you will, but and I know that there are some analytics people that say this is the way to go, but you've got Gabe Kapler trying in Philadelphia to act like, players manager, and then he micromanages by the numbers. Well, which one is it, Gabe? All the while posing for any picture he can without his shirt on. I mean, it's just... It's Gabe Kapler. I mean, why is this guy even managing in the minor? He tries to bring in, he's so formulatic with numbers, tries to bring in relief pitchers who haven't been warming up. I know that was only his third game. That was last year. Third game as a manager in the big leagues and all that. But really, I mean, you've studied so many numbers, you forgot to play the men. All right, before we leave here, and we got some Vols news after this, I want to remind everybody about the Asian House. Are you looking for lunch in Johnson City or Jonesboro? Get in your car and go down Market Street. That's 118321. You know what it is. Shops at West Market and go to Asian House. I'm going to tell you right now, they've got tremendous Chinese dinners. $6.29 is their lunch. I said dinners. $6.29 is the most you're going to pay for a Chinese lunch, assuming you don't load it up with appetizers, at the Asian House. Most of them, the chicken, for instance, they're all $5.99. So's the pork. It's Asian House on Market Street, on the way to Jonesboro, shops at West Market. Check that out for lunch right now. Vols news when we come back after this.
The meeting run afternoon.